Alright, what's going on, everybody? Circle of Light back with you for another flight on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It took me a second because I couldn't get the stream starting soon music to stop when I went on my my live scene. But I got it fixed. Hope you're all doing good. Hope you're ready to fly. Appreciate you stopping by, Starman. Today we're going to do a short 2-hour, little over 2 hours, international flight. We'll be leaving from Atlanta Hartsfield International Airport, heading to MMUN, which is Cancun, Mexico. This will be a fun flight. This is a flight that I've actually been on myself twice. Been to Cancun. We're taking a direct route from Atlanta to Cancun. My flights were always with Continental or US, and they typically go to Dallas-Fort Worth, and then from Dallas-Fort Worth to Cancun. So, but we're leaving directly from Atlanta. We're already in the plane. I already have the flight plan ready to go. We are on VATSIM, ready to pre-file our flight plan. So let's go ahead and take care of that real quick. On my dispatch page, here's my flight plan. We're going to go ahead and preload or pre-file on the VATSIM network so we can get ready to log in. Alright, make sure everything here. Let's go ahead and clear the old one. And connect. Good to go. Fetch from server. There's our flight plan. Good. Remove those remarks. And file. Alright, we were good to go. Currently doesn't look like we have any ATC. There is Jacksonville Center online, so we will pass through that area on our way down to Cancun. Starman, you did a video. Was that 38 minutes, 42 seconds? I'll have to check that out after finish flying here. Alright, let's go back up to our flight plan. Whoop. So here's the route we'll be taking. We'll be passing through Jacksonville Center area, down to close to Miami, and then across here, just north of Cuba. Alright, it looks good to me. I don't really care what route we take. Alright, move that off to the side real quick, and we're going to go ahead and start this plane up. Gotta get my switches on here. Battery 1, battery 2, external power, and let's get some lights on so you can see what we're doing. Our IR switches, all 3 of these, switch up to nav, turn our pumps on, oxygen supply, arm the emergency exit lights, seat belts, no smoking lights on, everything here is good to go. We'll switch over to our fly pad and get that up and running. Alright, we're good to go. We'll go ahead and bring in our sim brief. Boom. Just like that. Very mild winds in Cancun right now. 8-mile-an-hour winds taking off here in Atlanta. Very nice. 27 degrees Celsius. Alright, that looks good. We'll go ahead and connect our jetway. Get the baggage on the way. Our passengers are ready to board. Alright, we do not need clearance because there's no ATC on, so we're going to go ahead and prepare our plane for startup. And while we're waiting on that, we will go ahead and let's go ahead and get all the lights on. All right, MCDU. We're gonna go ahead and, oops, wrong one. Init press. Atlanta to Cancun, that's correct. We'll go ahead to our weights. 8.7 block fuel, go ahead and load that. Over to our cargo. Init. Same thing here, page 2. Block fuel. Trip wind, we have a headwind of 16 knots. Alright, everything's good there. Perf page, takeoff and flaps 1. Go ahead and get our V-speeds. Head over to approach. Oh, we had a really... Let's go ahead and print that out. It's been a while since I used the printer. Couldn't remember what to do. I forgot I wasn't supposed to actually click it, because that just erased. Alrighty. Back to our approach. Alright, Cancun. Altimeter is 2993. Temperature is 27 degrees. Very nice. Wind is 060 at 4 knots. Transition altitude, I think 10,000. And we will worry about our minimums when we get there. Alright, everything looks good here. Let's go ahead and go to our flight plan itself. Set up our departure for runway 9 left. And that is going to be with a Smoltz 2 departure while at transition. Go ahead and insert that. Should be good to go. And let's go ahead and just verify real quick. Go through the waypoints. Alrighty. Beautiful. And we're going to worry about our approach when we get there. Very unlikely any ATC comes on for Cancun, but it's always a possibility. Alright, APU should be ready to go. There, we don't need that anymore. Alright, APU 100, so we're going to go ahead and start engine 2, switch over here. Well, actually, I can do it from up here. So we're going to go ahead and call our tug. And we're going to send the jetway back and start our pre-flight announcements.
Good evening and welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. Please return your seat back and folding trays to their upright positions. You can store your carry-on luggage in either the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Also, make sure to fasten your seatbelt. For those of you seated next to an emergency exit, please carefully read the special instructions located near that exit. If you don't want to complete any of the functions described in the event of an emergency, please inform a crew member so you may be reseated. We now request that all electronic devices such as cell phones and laptops be either powered off or set to airplane mode. We'll notify you when it's safe to continue using these devices. Please remember, this is a non-smoking flight. Smoking aboard this aircraft, as well as tampering with, disabling, or destroying lavatory smoke detectors, is prohibited by law. If you have any questions about our flight, please don't hesitate to ask a crew member. Thank you for your attention.
All right, engine 1 is for some reason my throttle was stuck. All right, let's go ahead and start engine 2 and get some pushback going. Disengage parking brake.
On behalf of the captain and crew, welcome aboard the flight. Please ensure that your seatbelt is fastened and your seat backs and trays are in their full upright position. Lastly, please turn off all electronic devices. Thank you and have a great flight.
I do enjoy daytime flying, but for some reason I really like night flying. Can't see a whole lot, but it's a lot more challenging on the landings, especially when it's dark and there's low visibility. We're just about ready. I bet you our engine 2 is ready to go, so we're going to go ahead and switch our ignition back to normal up top, turn off our bleed and our master, and we are ready to go. Now we're in frequency 122.8 for Unicom. Since we do not have any controllers online, we'll just announce when we begin our taxi and takeoff for local traffic. All right, let's go ahead and end our pushback. Our local altimeter is 3019. Let's go ahead and pull to the end of the ramp. We will announce.
Good evening, everyone. Could I please get everybody's attention here for the next few minutes to review some safety information? Fasten your seatbelt when the seatbelt sign lights up. Insert the metal fittings one into the other and tighten by pulling on the loose end of the strap. You can release your seatbelt by lifting the upper portion of the buckle. We suggest that you keep your seatbelt fastened throughout the flight in case of any turbulence. You can find several emergency exits on this airplane. Please take a moment to locate the closest exit to you. In some cases, the nearest exit may be situated behind you. If we need to evacuate the aircraft, floor level lighting will guide you toward any of these exits. Doors can be opened by moving the handle in the direction of the arrow. Each door is equipped with an inflatable slide which can be detached and used as a life raft. Oxygen and air pressure are monitored throughout the duration of the flight. If decompression occurs at any time, oxygen masks
Atlanta
will fall
traffic,
from the
Delta
ceiling in front
778,
of all
currently
of you.
taxiing
To start the flow of
taxiway Lima
oxygen,
to
pull the
runway
mask
09
towards
left.
you and place it firmly over your mouth and nose. Secure the elastic band behind your head and breathe normally. Even if the bag doesn't seem to
Atlanta
be
traffic,
inflating,
Delta
oxygen is actually
3983,
going
taxiing
to the
via
mask.
Lima to runway
If you're
9
traveling
left.
Oh,
with
hey,
a
buddy.
child or someone who needs help,
Can't
please
figure out
secure
how to
your own
get
mask first.
that working.
After that,
What-
you can assist the other person.
What's that?
As well, please keep your mask on until myself or a crew member advises you to take it off. In the event of an emergency, please assume the bracing position. Lean forward with your hands on top of your head and your elbows against your
Atlanta
thighs.
traffic, Delta
Ensure your
2553,
feet
short
are
final,
flat on the
runway
floor.
10.
A life vest is located in a pouch under your seat in between the
Oh,
armrests. When instructed to do so, open the plastic pouch and remove the vest. Slip it
Atlanta
over your
traffic,
head
Walker
and bring the
900,
straps
10
around your
mile
waist.
final, 8.
Adjust the straps
It's-
to the front.
I'm thinking
When
it's
leaving
somewhere
the
on the
aircraft,
Navigraph website
inflate
with
the
the
vest by
downloads.
pulling firmly
It's
on the
like
red
a
cord.
third-party
If you need
mod
to
it
refill
installs
the
in
vest,
your
blow into the mouthpiece. Also, use the whistle and light to
community
attract
folder.
attention. Your seat bottom cushion can be used as a flotation device.
Then when you bring it up, you
Pull
actually
the
have to
cushion
click.
from the seat, slip your arms
It'll have
into
like
the
a
straps,
general
and hug
Navigraph
the
page,
cushion to your chest.
and then like a
The
link
use of
that's in
laptop
blue.
computers and
You've
other
got to click
portable
it sometimes 2 or
electronic
3 times,
devices is
and
permitted
it'll
only when
automatically
the
open up a
seatbelt sign is
browser
off or when
to
permitted by the crew.
log into
Mobile
your
phones must always
Navigraph.
remain off. Please remember that this is a non-smoking flight. Damaging the smoke detectors in the lavatories is prohibited by law. You can find any safety information I've covered this evening in a card located in the seat pocket in front of you. Please read it through before we take off. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask myself or other crew members.
I don't
Enjoy the
always use
flight
it
and
because
have a
you know,
great
it takes
evening.
up so much of the screen space. Usually, I most of the time, except since I've been streaming, I've been doing it up here just to show people what I'm doing. But eventually, I'm going to go back to the original, the full Navigraph program, because I like it. Just being a bigger map, you can have more information on it. Alright, we're going to pull up here, hold short for just a second. Make sure we have everything we need before we ascend onto the runway. Let's go ahead and turn our parking brakes on. Let's do our equipment check real quick. Check our ailerons, rudder, elevator. Full brakes on, throttle up to about 25%. Everything's good there. We'll go back in. We're going to be taking off and climbing to 10,000 feet initially. And we need to be down in flaps 1. Atlanta area traffic, Delta 77A, currently lining up, runway 09 left, straight out departure. Alright.
Atlanta traffic, Walker 900, 5 mile final, 8 left.
8 left. Alright, let's bring up our overlay. It's a real quick out, sharp turn to the left. Alright, I believe everything is good, ready to go. So, here we go. A little bit of a pull to the left. Yeah, go ahead and rotate up 10 degrees. Positive climb. Raise our landing gear. Landing lights off. Taxi lights off. Strobe off.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 3983, lining up runway 9 left, Atlanta traffic.
I can see him. Alright, let's zoom in here a little bit. We're going to turn it into heading 115. Throttle back to climb, detent, raise flaps. Alrighty, grits, we're gonna have to take turn right heading 185.
Atlanta traffic, Delta 3983, departing runway 9 left, Arnett. Delta, Atlanta traffic.
Alright, go ahead and begin our turn 185.
Atlanta traffic, Walker 900, clear of 8 left, crossing 8 right at Delta.
Atlanta traffic, does anyone have the current altimeter by any chance?
Last METAR I had said 3018. Looks like it's 3020 now.
Appreciate the update. We'll go ahead and keep it there. Turned a little bit late, so let's go ahead and angle ourselves, get back on route. Yeah, it's the honeycomb alpha. Absolutely love it. I try to get the Bravo also, the throttles, but everybody was sold out when I bought this yoke, so kind of had to put it off. So I bought a Logitech Pro throttle quadrant, just the one with the 3 levers. I'm actually liking it, so I might just stick with it. I've already got the other panel, so I mean I don't really have a need for all those extra buttons. So I've got everything to control my landing gear, flaps, trim.
Atlanta traffic, clear, runway
Lights,
9 left,
everything.
Delta 3983, Atlanta traffic, last transmission.
Alright, we'll go ahead and get back on right here and turn 174. Whoop, a little too far. Alright, we are at 10,000 feet. 250 knots. Let me zoom out and see how far we are. So 10,000 to... Alright, we're just going to go ahead and pretend that we already got clearance for our final cruise altitude, which is going to be 380. We'll go ahead and put that in there. 380. We'll be climbing at 1,100 feet per minute. We'll go ahead and initialize that, put it back on nav mode now. I don't know anything about the Logitech, except the only reason I didn't get the Logitech yoke is because it only has like 45-degree turn, whereas the honeycomb turns full 90 degrees. So it's a little more accurate. It actually turns correctly, whereas I think yours, as you turn, it's actually turning twice as fast based on the angle that you're turning. And then you also have your beacon, landing, taxi, nav, strobe light switches, your battery alternator, master switch, and 2 avionic switches on it. Plus, I think a few more buttons on the actual yoke grips. Yeah, at the time, I was really debating just because I bought a couple different things at the same time, so I was trying to stay in a budget. But yeah, I'm really glad I got the Alpha yoke. Are you flying tonight? I saw you had a stream scheduled, but I wasn't sure what it was for. If it was flight simulator, farming, or Dead by Daylight.
Making 73, about 50-mile final, runway 9 left.
I don't know why it did not initiate, so let's go ahead and try that again. For some reason it reset my VS back to 0.
It is now acceptable to use electronic devices. When our cruising altitude is reached, the flight attendants will be stopping by with food and beverages. For now, relax and have a great evening. Enjoy the flight.
Alrighty. Okay. Yeah, I remember you said something about that. I wasn't sure if you were getting any kind of itch to do it. Still fun to watch. For me, like, as a viewer, when I'm watching, I like watching you do the farming sim because, you know, you're a lot more active participating in the game, unlike the flight sim where, you know, you got a good 30 minutes from the time you start up to getting airborne, and then once you're in autopilot, it's just snooze time. It's fun to be able to cold start a plane, huh? To go from just completely cold and dark. I don't know about you, it makes me feel special. Especially when you can do it without having to look at the checklist. Which I never do. I hate checklists. I'm not trying to be that accurate. See, now, I wish I knew why. When I'm at the gate, before I've taxied and taken off, when I turn on my nav lights, my logo light on the tail comes on, and I have wing lights. And after I take off, it's just always dark. I can manually do it. I can turn the wing lights on, but now the beacon won't do anything, and the nav logo light won't do anything. So that's all I get. Some wing lights. So I don't know if it's a fly-by-wire or just how I have some setting controlling my lights on the yoke. Good deal. So you got your stream running a lot more smooth now, huh? That's really good. And eventually, you know, you'll just have to, piece by piece, upgrade your PC so you can keep increasing those settings if you want to. Alright, we're done with the map. That's fine. Do you know the release date? I just haven't been able to drop 50. I don't remember the other farming sims being $50. And I could be wrong, but I could have swore. I don't think I ever would have bought it to begin with if it was $50. So maybe I just bought it on sale or something. Because that's a lot to pay for not a whole lot of extra stuff that you couldn't get with mods, you know? So, I mean, that was their biggest thing. They advertise, ooh, Seasons. And I've been playing Seasons, that's, you know, since Farming Simulator 17. Like, I don't need to pay more to have it in the game. I already had it in the game. But I know now you can do like grape farming, and they probably incorporated was that other agricultural mod where you actually make products? So you probably make wine or something. Who knows? But if the graphics look better, things run a little bit more realistically, I'll be happy, I guess. I didn't care nothing about that dog in Farming Sim 19. That was just kind of a waste of time. Should have given you like a farm wife or something. Somebody who acts as a helper, but you don't have to pay. And then like on official maps, they can already have like the pathing of the roads pre-mapped, so that, you know, they could drive a truck with a trailer, sell whatever you're selling without needing you. That would be cool. I always used Courseplay when I played, just so I could set up all those different intricate pathing options. My farms were fully automated. I still farmed, but, you know, I had 3 or 4 farms, 3 or 4 fields being worked at the same time. All right, 18,000. Go turn off the seatbelts. Let people walk around. I'm definitely bored. We're gonna have a little ATC when we get to Jacksonville Center. Let's see where we're at. Is that me? Yeah, that's me. So we're getting pretty close. Michael Burke, Jacksonville Center. Let's go ahead and get ready for their frequency. They're at Jacksonville Center, 135.925. All right, we'll be ready to contact them. So what is that? 41 nautical miles from Yankee Uniform, Echo, Sierra, Sierra. Or US. Doing a lot better. I did a flight stream I think Tuesday. Yesterday? Might have been Monday. But I got 4 new subs. Or followers when I did that stream. And I'm up to 3 viewers for now. So, which is very much appreciated. It's nice not to keep streaming completely by yourself. And I needed better lighting situation because I have my overhead light, but sometimes it makes my camera go out of focus. It's not quite bright enough in here. I need a better background. That's for sure. More flight related stuff. We're going to reset our QNH. And there's Jacksonville Center. Alrighty, let's go ahead and switch over. Make sure nobody's communicating. Jacksonville Center, Delta 778 is currently at 22,000 feet, climbing 380, 23 nautical miles from US.
Delta 778, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. Squawk 1036.
1036. Squawk 1036, 778.
Jacksonville Center, November 9881 Victor.
November 9881 Victor, go ahead.
Scout 81 Victor, we're looking to pick up a flight following to Golf Echo, just part of the Mike Alpha Oscar, about 6 miles to the south of that, climbing through 2,100 for 4,500.
Aircraft type?
We're at C-172.
Roger, Squawk 1065.
Squawk 1065, Scout 81 Victor.
Delta 778 radar contact 26 miles north of the India Foxtrot Mike VOR. Good afternoon. November 1992, turn right heading 330. Airport will be at your 1 o'clock in about 22 miles.
Is it afternoon?
902, turn right heading 330, report.
Pretty damn dark outside.
November 881, Victor radar contact. Maintain VFR, proceed on course.
Maintain VFR, proceed on course. Scout 200.
Jack Center, good day. TWA 144, about 35 miles northwest, almost flight level 350, good day.
TWA 144, Heavy, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. Squawk 1023.
1023, TWA 144.
Jacksonville Center, good afternoon.
Center, 902, we've got runway type.
Walton with the weather.
Good with 240, we're established on the ILS runway 35 right.
Everyone stand by. There was like 4 of you. I know you all can't hear. Break. JetBlue 240. Contact the tower now on 118.45.
1845, W240.
November 1992. Cleared visual approach 35 right.
902, clear visual approach 35 right.
And you're number 2. You're following a what is it? Even A320. Caution wake turbulence.
That guy's pretty good.
Roger, 902's got that traffic.
There's at least 3 people talking over each other. And
I heard someone asking for a clearance. Was that a Allegiant?
It was an Allegiant 357 at Fort Walton with the weather. Clearance to Shreveport.
Allegiant 357, you're cleared to the Fort Walton Airport via radar vectors. Crest view that is filed. Maintain 3000. Departures with me. Squawk 1022. Read back the squawk code only.
1022, Allegiant 357.
Agent 357, read back correct. Push stars at your discretion. Contact for taxi. The Fort Walton altimeter, the altimeter is 3010, winds are 020 at 5. You can expect runway 1 for departure.
Runway 1 for departure, 3012 for Allegiant 357.
And 357, we'll do runway 1. You have your choice. You can take it from golf or hotel, your choice. If you don't need the full length, I can give you it from hotel.
Hotel will be fine, sir.
Roger, you can expect runway 1 from hotel.
Runway 1 from hotel, 357.
American 1258 checks. Looks like taxi runway.
definitely a good controller.
American 1258, runway 14, taxi via Papa November Lima.
Papa November Lima 14, American 1258.
November 1992, contact the tower on 118.45. See ya.
902 over 118.45, see ya.
TWA 144, radar contact 8 miles south of the Dutchy, 8 miles south of Dutchy. Good evening.
Howdy.
Jacksonville Center, 7420, looking to pick up clearance from Orlando to Dallas.
If you're on the ground in Orlando, you need to contact Orlando or you are the executive.
Copy, yep, I think I'm on the wrong one.
No problem. If you're on the ground in Orlando International, contact the tower. Delta 2367, leave my airspace to the south. Miami hasn't shown up for work. Radar services terminated. Frequency change approved. Mine comes with it. Have a safe flight.
Everyone unit, how much did you point in for Delta 2367? See you.
There's some stadium. Not sure what city we're passing over. Let's check the map. Let's see where we're at. Still not sure. Not quite Tallahassee. Yeah, not quite Tallahassee.
American 1258, yeah, we just realized that we're taxiing down to 3-2 instead of 1-4. We're going to be popping a 180 over here.
Roger, if you want to back taxi on runway 14, I can authorize that for you.
10-2, we were, sorry, that was, whoa. No, that's not going to be negative on that. We were able to flip around right around the taxiway thing, so.
Roger, no problem.
Just one of those nights.
Just one of those days. All right. It's currently 313.
Jacksonville Center, good evening, Delta 1918, flight level 340.
Delta 1918, Jacksonville Center, good afternoon. Squawk ident.
Squawk ident, Delta 1918.
Delta 1918, radar contact 13 miles south of Barron, good evening.
Position check, Delta 1918.
November 61 Golf, leaving my airspace to the north. So Washington's off, and Atlanta's offline. Radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Mike, how much way? Have a safe flight.
Say something. Okay.
American 1258, we're ready to go, runway 14.
American 1258, the wind is 0207 upon departure, fly runway heading, runway 14, clear for takeoff.
Runway heading up to departure, runway 14, clear for takeoff, American 1258, boarding.
Corey, Corey, you still with me? Guess not. Alright. We are just cruising.
American 1258, say altitude passing.
American 1258 passing 500.
American 1258, radar contact, climb maintain flight level. Climb maintain flight level 210, proceed direct Seinfeld. Proceed on course.
210 direct Seinfeld, American 1254.
Jacksonville Center, Allegiant 357, just ready for taxi.
Legion 357, runway 1 at hotel, taxi via hotel.
Runway 1 at hotel, we'll taxi via hotel, so Allegiant 357.
Metro 5732, leaving my airspace to the north. Washington's offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Mike on 128, have a safe flight.
Over to Income, Metro 5732, have a good one.
A wise man once said, to forget how to dig the soil, tend the earth, is to forget ourselves. Well, maybe some have, but a few of us still know. You gotta be willing to put in the time, the sacrifices, and the hard choices. The job's got its perks, don't get me wrong. The sweet smell of the morning dew, the way the warm sun and the cool
All
breeze
aircraft
can
frequency and
dance
close up
across
shop
your
in 6
skin.
minutes.
But don't think it's a game. The farm's got a way of sorting the wheat from the chaff. Just remember to keep your wits about you. You fall,
Southwest 883, leaving my airspace to north. Atlanta's
back
offline,
up
radar
again.
services terminated, frequency change
'cause
approved.
this
Mike
is
on
more than
128,
just
have
a
a safe flight.
job.
Are we going
It's
to
a
call
calling.
Southwest 883? Thanks for the
Who else
ATC.
would
Good
choose
night.
to wake up early in the morning, tear up their hands working in the fields all day, and then spend the evening planning how they're gonna do it all over again, better, tomorrow? Day after day,
Hey, Danny.
season after
How's it going?
season, year after year. That's a calling that's never ending. It stretches far forward and back from us as long as farmers have been tending this earth.
I hear
Farmers will be
you.
around as long as such
Yeah,
a thing
we'll definitely do
exists.
ancestors tomorrow.
Tomorrow we
I just got to
secure by
figure out
those
a
willing to dirty
like a
their hands
permanent
today.
schedule to stick to.
American 1258, I'll
So when you
be
feel alone out there
going
in the
offline
field,
here. Radar services are terminated, frequency change approved. Mike on 128, have a safe flight.
Oh, the Income, thanks for the help, American 1258.
Delta 778, I'm going offline, radar services terminated, frequency change approved. Mike on 128, have a safe flight.
Think about all
778,
those that
switching
have come
intercom,
before
complete
you.
service, sir.
WA 144 heavy, I'm going offline, radar
All
services
those
terminated,
that'll
frequency change approved. Mike on 128.
All right, we're out of here.
Plant today, harvest tomorrow.
Well, ATC wise, it's gonna be a pretty quiet flight. I don't foresee any air traffic control logging on between here and Cancun. But stranger things have happened. All right, let's see what we got here. Pre-part. Oh, what? $50. Farming Simulator 22 pre-order bundle. Yeah, what do you get with the bundle? Year 1 season pass. Yeah, what is that? Rip off. Pack 1 includes new vehicles for your farm. Pack 2, this will drive you crazy. That's a pack? pack 3 to get things done more efficiently. Well, if that's not clear about what you're getting, I don't know what is. Okay, so if you don't buy the packs, you can't be an efficient farmer? Or be crazy? I'm already crazy, so I don't have to buy a pack for that. Well, that kind of seems lame. So we do get a class Xerion saddle track pack.
Product not yet rated.
I can't. It's such an old game and it doesn't have really any following on Twitch. I'm curious to see how many people are streaming it right now. You got 5 viewers. You can check them out during the times that I'm not playing. But there's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people total watching Ancestors. It's a fun game, but I don't like it enough to not get any channel growth while streaming it. So unfortunately, but yeah, I'll definitely stream it Thursdays, every Thursday now, 7 p.m. Eastern time, and then possibly once I figure out my schedule and get everything situated, I'll stream it maybe one day on the weekend earlier than my flight, so I might do Ancestors for a couple hours and then take an hour break before I start my Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Even here on Twitch, there's nobody really that watches Ancestors or plays it. So I wouldn't really have any growth. That's why anytime I play it, you're the only one that watches. Which I don't mind, you know. I'll play it for you, but I can't do it too much. It's suicidal for a streamer, no offense. Can't play what almost nobody watches. So. I wish I could, because there's a lot of games in my Steam library that I would love to play that just don't have. There's no reason to stream them because nobody really watches them, unfortunately. So we got 1.6 thousand on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Compared to X-Plane, only 135. It's creepy people. Alright, appreciate you stopping by. Yeah, I'll see you tomorrow, Dania. Have a good night. I used to play League of Legends so much. I can't open a stream because we're not allowed to show other people's streams while we're streaming. But I'm just curious. How many people are actually streaming this? A lot. So, man, that's gonna be hard. For a second I was scrolling, that looked like Blossom from that old TV show. Whoever that girl is. Alright, what other possibilities do we have? Used to do a little American Truck Simulator. Really don't have a setup for it though to do it well. Red Dead Redemption 2, 6,000 people. I figured RDO would have more people than the Redemption, but yeah, American Truck Simulator is pretty dead. Alright, it says we're at 380, but my altimeter says 390, so let's drop down. So I wonder why my flight attendants weren't saying anything. Let's see. Why do so many people watch Rust? That game was such garbage. Really, 8,500 people watching poker.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time the flight attendants are making their way throughout the cabin with the drink cart. You may also unfasten your seatbelt and walk around. Relax and enjoy the rest of the flight.
Ark Survival Evolved, 1,900 people. I used to love that game back in the day. Even played a little Atlas, but what burned me out on Atlas is just the ungodly amount of time you have to spend sailing anywhere. And the world's just so big. I don't understand. You don't need 13 by 13 grids and then have all the resources spread out so far. If they did servers and just did like, you could do a 2x2, honestly, and just make the islands extremely large. So like, you know, 1 or 2 islands on each grid being that big. And that way you have, you know, 2 or 3 of each kind of resource on one island, but all spread out. And then maybe 2 or 3 different kinds of those same resources on a different island. So, you know, you didn't have to travel just for, you know, mid-level stuff. You could do it all on your island. But then if you wanted the end game, you know, you just head over to another island. I understand, you know, because it's Atlas, it's a ship game, but I think they needed a better balance. They could have done better on that. And I think that's what a lot of people are complaining about. Why so many people left. They blamed on, you know, on a lot of different things, but I think that's what it was mostly. It's like really fun to build the ships, and then you gotta sail for hours and hours to get anywhere, and it's just, that'll drain you. That's not enjoyable. At first it was just being on the ship, controlling it, you know. The physics of the oceans was just amazing. Everything looked amazing. But that wore off really quick. What is League of Legends Wild Rift? A mobile game? Yep, mobile game. What I don't see on here, I saw Star Citizen. I don't see Elite Dangerous. I would think with that new update they had, where you can actually go on the ground and do some first-person action. There it is. Wow, 287 people. It's crazy.
You only get one first bite of the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich, so you better make it the best one, which is this one here. Oh, but it's also this one. Oh, but this one's a good-looking bite, too. Try the Kentucky Fried Chicken sandwich today for just $3.99. It's finger-licking good.
Does putting more pips into systems affect your shield recharge rate?
Hush. You're doing some ground missions.
Efficiency and reduced shield health. Genetic sampler for cataloging organic discoveries. Yeah, I'll give you an organic discovery. So you've got like the killing suit, the exploration suit, and then
Alright, we're almost halfway, just about. Except we gotta go down here and then turn. Alright, we got no ETC on, so let's go ahead and you can safely set up our approach and arrival into Cancun. It's not going to change. So we are planned for 12 right. Are these all VORs? No, ILS. 12 right. 02. Alright, let's do the ILS 12 right. 01. CUN, yep. I don't have a star, so let's see how that looks. Actually, flight 2 moon around and then down. Yeah, I don't like that. Same thing. I don't like it, but we'll just go ahead and stick with it. It's a very ugly approach. Alright, in case you're wondering, if you look up here, not this first white bar that goes across, but the very top one, that's actually showing the countdown. So it's showing our distance and how far we've traveled, so we're almost halfway. Looks like about 40%. ETA 1:16 Zulu time. So that's about an hour from now. But of course, it'll be a little bit later than that. We probably won't actually touch down until about 1:30. More than likely. Especially with the way that that approach was looking. Currently 38,552 feet. Yeah. So 525 feet. Okay. Ground speed 473 knots. Heading 172. We're flying with a crosswind. That's why if you're looking down here, we're not flying, the plane's facing this way. But with the wind blowing us, we'll actually have to angle that far away from the line, otherwise it would keep blowing us off course. Autopilot's handling all that. Thank goodness. Wish we could actually get like a nose view while flying. I wonder if we can. Yeah, I don't feel like messing with the controls. So. Might set up our free cam later on. Whew. I should actually show people in the cabin instead of just empty chairs. That's how much of an angle we're flying at, just to head straight. We're only flying with a positive 5% extra fuel, and that's it. So, and that's slowing us down quite a bit, having to fly at an angle. We're not really reaching our potential speed. What else we got going on?
Tom. 20 years now. Where'd they go? 20 years. I don't know. I sit and I wonder sometimes where they've gone.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. Appreciate you stopping by, dude. We're about to land this puppy anyway. So.
Just checking out your last video, C-Note. Watching you fly that King Air. Oh, man, I'm getting so tired. It's only 8:30. My goodness. I wish I could have some music or something going, but I'd end up triggering. Damn copyright infringement. Alright, just about half. So, showing time airborne. We've been airborne for about 55 minutes of this total flight, so about 32 minutes total from the time we were at Cold and Dark to takeoff. Well, not too bad. Trying to see how much time we have left to go. Approximately.
Fort Myers traffic, Delta A321 crossing runway 6 at fuel 1.
So 424 nautical miles left. Distance-wise to Cancun. And ETA still showing 122, so that's actually increased some. It's going to fluctuate around as we're getting closer, just because we're flying at an angle and it's constantly having to recalculate. I wonder if there's a way to lighten up the screen. Because if you're seeing what I'm seeing in the stream, it's extra dark. It's like out my front window, I see clouds and a lot of stars, and on the stream I'm just seeing like Just the bigger stars. No clouds. Let me know how it looks for y'all, because it's much brighter. Like out this window, I see a lot of glow from the city lights out there, and I don't. It's like you guys could just barely see some glow right in here. Right out there. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to figure out a way to lighten that up. Let's see. It's my display capture settings. Doesn't look any different. Not really. Well, that is very unfortunate. But again, maybe it's just me. Maybe you guys can actually see a little better. You pop up in my own stream real quick. Yeah, there it is. Not too much of a delay either, so I'll just go ahead and mute that. Put her in full screen. And try to compare. Look off to the left. Outside view. Here we got some horizon glow at the edge of it. Maybe it was just the angle of my monitor, but well, that's definitely unfortunate. All right, let's Google YouTube that.
Hello friends, how are you? So आज
interesting. So, I just learned something, possibly. Way better. Oh man. Much better, much better. Let's check out the filters again. Okay, that's a little bit too bright, I think. So let's try that again. I think that looks really good. Let's go back to daytime. Back to live. Good stuff. All right, so now we got you can actually see a little better. We're going to change some stuff around. Going to shrink our webcam down just a bit. That's better. Check our followed. We're going to move that over. Down here. So small. Woo. $40 more minutes. Yeah, that's increased quite a bit because we were at a expected ETA was 117, 118. So we put on 20 minutes just because of this angle that we're flying at, which is not quite as bad now, but it was. All right, we are. Yeah, we're looking out at Cuba outside the pilot window. Y'all excuse me for just 1 minute. Alright, we need to be at flight level 220 at NOSAT. So we'll descend right about the lobby. Should be good to go. Alright. Just a 2-hour flight. This flight was actually scheduled for Airbus 321. We picked it up for the A320 fly-by-wire. So a little bit of a time difference as far as our total flight time. Looking like, actually we're dropping back down now, so that's pretty good. Approximately 36 minutes. But that's likely to change 5 or 10 minutes. So alright, as soon as we get to a lobby, we will go ahead and begin our descent down to NOSAT, begin our star. To approach ATC, still completely offline. So not sure what we want to do when we get to Cancun. Possibly continue on to I wonder how a flight from Cancun to Mexico City is probably at least 2.5 hours. We could head from, I don't know, I'll leave it up in the air. You guys want to go from Cancun to Miami or Cancun to Dallas Fort Worth? Could even do maybe a Cancun to Nassau. Maybe hit the Bahamas. We could take it in offline mode for the next flight so we can change it to daytime. VATSIM. I know some people do. They'll alter the time. So when they're flying at night, they'll make it daytime. Technically, you're not supposed to. You're supposed to fly live. That way everything is actually accurate. As far as ATC. Oh. And we gotta do something to wake up. I know my nose has been tickling like the last 20 minutes. Will not quit tickling. We'll eat some peanuts on our flight. Good old Planters cocktail peanuts. What I really love are those Virginian peanuts. They're ones that are like 4 times the size of a normal peanut. Roasted in sea salt. Went ahead and got myself some peanuts because last week, and I mailed my dad in Washington State a 5-pound bag of pecans. It's that time of year. He loves pecan pies. Oh, we're starting to see the tip of our indicator. We're coming into Olabi. So we'll be descending to 220. Our descend rate will be 2,400 feet per minute. That's the maximum descent rate for the Airbus 320 without picking up speed. Must have had an internet hiccup or something. I just ignore. A couple seconds later, it usually picks right back up. Not too happy with Spectrum internet, but it sucks when you only get one option in your area. They're supposed to be bringing in fiber lines. Some company was doing some work on the dam. So they were putting in fiber lines for themselves. But I guess to help cover the costs and stuff, they were actually picking up customers along the route. They haven't quite got to this area yet. But if that comes in and is offered, yeah, I'm taking it. Alright, we're just about to cross a lobby. Of course, my VS just reset, so let's take her back down to 2400. And begin our descent.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are starting our descent. Please return your seat backs and tray tables to their full upright position. Be sure that your luggage is properly stowed either in one of the overhead bins or under the seat in front of you. Please turn off any electronic devices until we have arrived safely at the gate. Thank you.
Alright, that's enough peanuts. Alright. It's way too fast. Take her back up to about 900 feet per minute. Probably could have waited till we crossed Mupke. Local altimeter 2993. I believe. Let's double check that. Yeah, 2993. And we'll go ahead and pull up our chart minimums. Woo, look at that. That'd be fun if you actually had to do an inverted dive like that. do your approach. That'd be wicked. Go inverted and just. You'd be landing at like 400 knots. It's a Mach 0.8 landing. Alright, so our minimum is 220. So the airport's actually just 20 feet above sea level. Alright, so we'll put that in there. 220. Good to go. Bring back up our star. Alright. And we are 22 miles from Walkie, then NOSAT, where we'll need to be at 22,000 feet. There's Walkie. Let's zoom out to 40 nautical miles. Now that doesn't seem too accurate. I was saying still 12 nautical miles. It's almost on the 10 nautical mile line. Well, it is now. A little bit off. Alright, there's NOSAT. Got another 2,800 feet. Should be good to go. Our next and we're gonna go from 2,200 to 18. We'll go to the minimum. 180 down to 8,000 and as soon as we hit uniform November 500, we'll go ahead and switch over to our approach chart. We'll cheat really quick. Get us some daytime view of the Mexican Panhandle. And we can't see it yet. Back inside, straighten our view. All right, coming up on 220. And we're pulling up. Alright, altitude is back on, so we'll go ahead and set up for our next descent, which will be 180. .1400 feet per minute. .20 nautical miles. Now I wish it was a little more realistic. I wish I had the actual physical charts, you know, that I pinned to my yoke as I'm flying. That way I could just leave the whole display for the game itself. I wouldn't have to block so much view with that Navigraph chart. That's why I typically run with Navigraph on my second monitor. But I just got so much stuff over there. Got my stream, got smart cars, got vPilot for VATSIM, Discord, Fly Live Studio, Spat Next. Too much stuff. Everything's just buried. Alright, 10 nautical miles from Nassat. You know, we could put her in heading mode and do this a little bit more manually. That would be a little more fun. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to be in a heading mode now. We'll be turning slightly left to heading 223. Start our next step descent. Two, 3. Drop to 180. We got Lettuce Waypoint, Hacho, then Lettuce, then Atmos, so our next turn is actually going to be 216 at Lettuce. .29 nautical miles. 216 is going to take us to Uniform November 500. So as soon as we make this turn, actually we don't need it. We'll go ahead and switch to our approach chart now, because I can see lettuce there. And 305. Now we could even actually at lettuce, we could do a direct to, so I don't know if that's Riddick or not. Yeah, that is a Riddick. And we're going to need to be at 3,000 feet. So, should be able to do that. Let's get it ready. I'm going to do a direct to 3,000, 1,400 feet per minute. Speed down to 250. No idea what that sound was. Somebody jumping out of the... No idea. Alright, let's go ahead and start that descent. It's about 27. 260.
$18,000 feet.
How's Riddick not on here? I always run into these problems when I'm flying internationally, especially around Mexico. Everything's, for me, is just so weird. Just like the approach. You know, coming in for landing, your waypoints are just like Delta 4.0, Delta 0.6. I don't know what any of that means. These aren't, you know, they're not named waypoints, so that's why I get confused. I just need to practice a little bit more. Alright, so we're just going to go back to doing our star the way we were going to do it originally. Just do it in a heading mode. Because that's just going to completely take me off our star, take us to right over the airport, and then I don't know if it's gonna go circle around or I don't know, it's gonna do something stupid, so we're just gonna take it in ourselves. So by the time we get to uniform November 500, we need to be 8,000, so let's go ahead and change that back. 6,000 uniform November 522, 3,000 at Erdam, and Riddick. Turn back on 216. Go ahead and slow our speed to 220. Increase our rate to 1,800 just to make sure we hit it. And if everything goes right, this should be an ILS. So I will go ahead and switch it over. Turn on LS, our airport. Waypoint right there. Back down to 10 nautical miles. Passing 9,700 feet.
10,000 feet.
We're going to continue down to 6,000 when we make this turn on heading 305. I could honestly take it to 3 because that is where we're going to be at. So. To start our turn, bank it in. Fast 305. 6,700 feet. Lovely, lovely Cancun. Now, if you can see, this is the downtown area. So if you flew in, you would actually, fly into the airport here. Back there. You can stay in this area. It's relatively safe and really cheap. Hotel rooms, 20, 30 bucks a night. And the local public transportation, the bus, will actually take you out on this strip. And this is the hotel zone party area. That's where everybody goes for like spring break and stuff. So really nice resorts out here, but great clubs. But everything you want to do culturally, you want to do in the city. All the shops, all the shopping. Check out the grocery stores just to see how different they are compared to the United States. You might get a little grossed out. But, that's just how they do things. So, like the meat department. There's like no refrigeration. They were just, they just had meat out. Flies landing on it or whatever. Ugh. So, yeah, I couldn't do my own cooking there. As long as I don't have to watch it being cooked, I love the street food. And that's what they're getting their meat from. So, it is what it is. I mean, that's got nothing to do with the culture, really. That's just, I don't know. Maybe just related to some of the problems they have down there in Mexico. But wonderful people. And, I'd say at least 50% of the population when you're walking around is tourists. So, I mean, you're meeting people from all over the world. Last time I went there, I was hung out with a group. Some of them were from Britain, Germany, Switzerland, all just in a group. Hung out with them, partied with them. Had a blast meeting new people. First time I went down there, I actually met a few people that I still have contact with, so that's like 22 years ago. Alright, so we start this ILS at 3,000 feet. Go ahead and pull up that chart. So 3,000, VOR down to 2, and then 1,300. So let's put in 2. I'll descend on that. We do have our VOR captures, so that's good. Jungle Gyms warehouse store? Why?
$2,500.
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and turn on approach mode. And we'll see if this is actually going to turn us or not, or if we're gonna have to do it ourselves. So. I can't remember. I didn't do an approach like this last time I flew into Cancun. It was much more organized. The hot sauce. I pulled up a website that says Jungle Gems International Market. Is that it? Like a food place? I have no idea. Let's see. Where is this place at? Or is it just like an online place, or I don't know. I've never heard of Jungle Gyms. But I do know Winco, they're huge and they have everything. Crazy stuff. I don't know, how much is the hot sauce? 4,500? No way. Was that like a 55-gallon drum full or what? Ah. You live in Ohio? Oh, no, you don't. Would you say Tennessee? Or back in New York or something like that. I'm trying to remember. Yeah, what part of Tennessee? Mimi. That's what I thought you meant. How far is that from Gatlinburg? I go to Gatlinburg like 2 or 3 times a year. Or Gatlinburg and Pigeon Fords. We had to turn off our autopilot because it was taking us in on an ugly approach. So we need to get over here. Yeah, we can turn it back on. I just wasn't like what it was doing. Now we're from Jackson. We're going to Jackson. Oh. There we go. But our ILS is actually over there. Yeah, this is all jacked up. Alright, let's just do it manually.
1,000.
It's about to be ugly. See, this is the approach we should have been on. Gear down, lights. Flaps 2. Flaps full. All right. I like landing manually, as long as there's not a crazy crosswind. We are too low.
500. 500.
All right, there we go. Just a little crosswind, trying to figure out the right
500.
compensation. Stay lined up with the runway. Now I'm too high. It's all right. We're gonna go over on our auto brakes to medium.
300. Minimum 200. 100.
There we go.
50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 20. 5. 10.
Full brakes, speed brake. I'm not set up for reverse thrusters.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Please keep your seatbelt fastened until the captain has turned off the fasten seatbelt sign. Ensure you've gathered any personal belongings. Be careful when opening overhead bins, as luggage may have shifted around during the flight. If you need any assistance exiting the plane, please remain seated until all passengers have deplaned. We would be happy to assist you. On behalf of the crew, I thank you for choosing us, and we look forward to seeing you on future flights. Have a great evening.
I have no idea what just happened there. Oh, I haven't. I've been doing this flight, but we have landed. So as soon as I get her parked, I will be heading over to your Twitch. We're going to raise our flaps back up. Speed brake back down. Landing light off. Strobe light off. Keep our taxi lights on. Just gotta find which gate we are assigned to. I know in this game the only way to know is to turn on the little arrows that go down the runway, but that's so unrealistic. I wish it would just inform you a different way. I mean, really, that's just dumb. Just tell me where I can pull up the chart and find it myself. Alright, here's our planes. Terminals. Are we on the backside? I don't see any lights. This should be ground crew waiting for us. I'm not seeing nothing. Why is there a cone floating in the air? What are you doing? There's like no markers on this runway. That's crazy. Alright, that looks good enough. Jetway might be able to connect. Let's see what it's doing. Alright, we didn't do too bad. Alright, let's put the parking brake back on. Alright, we are done with this flight. Let's pull up our smart cars data. Looks like we landed at -221. Not too bad. We'll go ahead and finish and file. This is how we pilots get paid in our virtual airlines. Filing error. Oh. Gotta check to see if it was filed. Should be the last one. Delta 778 just landed his flight. Alright, it did work. Alright, so... that one is complete. Alright, total stream time. We're just right about to click over 3 hours, so not too bad. 2 hour and 15-minute flight was what it was supposed to be. We had some head crosswinds that slowed us down. Having to fight that to Cancun. I was a little bit worried because we only had 5% extra fuel, but we made it just fine, so I'm happy. Made it to our destination, filed our flight, we're getting paid. So appreciate you guys, everybody who stopped by to watch the stream, watching live. Love you guys. Make sure if you're following on Twitch, check my schedule, and you'll be able to see which times now that I'm going to be flying all the time. And if you're watching this video after the stream, welcome. Love you guys too. If you're watching on YouTube especially, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe, hit that notification bell, make sure you guys get updated when I go live and when I update additional content. And that is it for me tonight. It is 10 o'clock. Not going to make any promises, but could do an extra flight later this evening before I go to bed. It'll just have to be a short flight. Alright, anyways, you guys take it easy. Have a great night. If I don't see you again tonight. And check out the stream tomorrow. We'll be streaming Ancestors. And of course, this weekend, as always, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, is Microsoft Flight Simulator flying for the Delta Virtual Airline. Peace. Have a good night.